Okay, here we go. Before we even hook it up to our patient, we want to do a couple of things. We want to get this turned off. So this glass slides up, and right here, this white dial, that's the one that has your pacemaker settings, whether it's on or not. So I'm going to turn this to off, which you can see here. Your other choices around this dial include VVI, which stands for ventricular sense, ventricular paced, and this can be inhibited, which means if it senses something natural happening, it won't fire. Now, if you do VVI beep, that means it's going to make a beep noise every time it wants to fire. So, I'll give you an example. Oop, there we go. So you hear it chirping, and you'll see this little yellow light in the corner for stimulation. That means it's wanting to fire. These other items on here, the 2x and the 4x, if I swing it to the 2, now watch what happens when I push the button, and listen. Basically, it speeds up, so whatever your heart rate is set at, it winds up going double of that. And if I go to 4x, well, you guessed it, it goes 4 times as fast. We'll probably rarely ever use that unless the physician tells you to, so I would just plan on using VVI most of the time. Now, the rest of these settings are going to be kind of dictated by the physician and dialed in, but I still want you to be aware of what they all do. So your first one here is your blue one, and this is your rate. So currently this one's set to a rate of 60, but if I turned it up to 80, there you go. If I wanted to turn it down to 50, that's your option as well, just whichever the doctor calls out. So we'll go ahead and say it's a rate of 70 right here. Now you've got a green and a yellow dial, and these are two very different things. The green one is your sensitivity, and that's basically when the generator's looking at the patient's heart rhythm, that's how hard it's looking. Because if it senses something, then the generator won't fire. But if it doesn't see anything at all, then it'll go ahead and provide the artificial stimulus. And then over here, your yellow one is your voltage, or how the stimulation itself, how hard or how much electricity it's putting forth to shock the patient with. So the first thing that they'll usually want to set up is going to be your sensitivity. So I'm going to take a little bit of extra time to walk through these and separate them into 2 videos, okay?